So today is the Belmont Stakes, with Justify having a chance to complete the Triple Crown. In fact, today, this exact day on June 9th, is the 45th anniversary of Secretariat's winning the Triple Crown on the Belmont Stakes. And now one of his descendants, another chestnut, just like him, is trying to complete the Triple Crown feat. Um, I hope in terms of a racing standpoint, I hope Justify wins. It'd be nice having another descendant of the Secretary to win the Triple Crown. The last winner, America Ferro, had Secretariat's um, blood. But just like with American Pharaoh. I don't know. I have some doubts with Justify, just like I did with American Pharaoh. I didn't think American Pharaoh could win, but he did, and I was happy. One reason why I didn't think American Pharaoh would have won at that time was because he didn't run in Belmont Stakes. Well, he didn't run in Belmont Racetrack, and most Triple Crown winners have at least run once in the Belmont. With Justify, the concern is not only that, but he hasn't started as a 2-year-old, which is why I didn't pick him for the Derby. Just wondering if that will finally catch up to him. From a racing standpoint, I hope he wins, but from a betting standpoint, I'm gonna pick against him. And the race I'm going to actually use is as my handicapping is the 2014 Belmont Stakes, where another chestnut from California who was trying to complete the Triple Crown, which was California Chrome. And in that race, there was two horses that finished first and second, which was Tonalist and Commissioner. And with that, I'm actually going to use that as my analysis for this race. Tonalist is by Tappet, and Tappet has sired 3 of the last 4 winners of the Belmont Stakes. In this edition of the Belmont Stakes, Hofburg is his sire is Tappet. So, just that's my actual win bet is Hofburg to win this race. He might be a underlay because of the pedigree standpoint, but I'm just gonna ride that horse Tappet when it comes to betting the Belmont Stakes. Last year I picked Taprith, who was sired by Tappet to win the Belmont Stakes. So that's that's the horse I'm going to pick to win is Hofburg. In addition, I mentioned about Commissioner in the 2014 Belmont Stakes, who finished second. There's a descendant of a relative of his who's running in this race, and that's Vino Rosso. Vino Rosso's dam is a half it's a half sister to Commissioner, and Commissioner finished second in the race. So that will actually be my place bet would be Justify. Hofburg probably would be my across the board bet to win, place, and show. But if I was going to put a place horse, it'd be Vino Rosso because using as a historical and pedigree standpoint. And so if you think about doing an exacta bet, that's not a bad exacta bet with Hofburg and Vino Rosso. Like in 2014, California Chrome, with his quest of trying to win the Triple Crown, ended up finishing 5th. I don't know if Justify will finish that low because I can't see any other horses that could finish above him in this race with his talent. So if there was if there was a position where I think he might finish in this race, if he doesn't win, I think he finishes 3rd. And if you feel lucky to go for the superfecta, you could go for Noble Indy. I think he's going to be the speed of the race. So yeah, if you're trying to do the superfecta, you could try to think about doing a superfecta box in with Hofburg, Vino Rosso, Justify, and Noble Indy. Another possibility for a superfecta box is what I call is the Secretariat superfecta box. I mentioned this is today, June 9th is the exact day when Secretary won the Triple Crown. So if you really feel in terms of honoring him, or maybe it's because of that date, there are 4 horses that have Secretariat's blood in terms of that you could use in a what I would call a Secretariat superfecta box, and that's Justify, Hofburg, Noble Indy, and Blended Citizen. So, and I think in Blended Citizen, who won the Peter Pan stake, which was run in uh, the Belmont Park about 2 weeks ago. So, oh no, about 3 weeks ago. I apologize. Yeah, so that's why I call the Secretary Superfecta box. If you feel like sort of feel that this date is maybe because of the date that Secretary won the Belmont Stakes today, the 45th anniversary. Yeah, you could think about using the Secretary box of Justify, Hofburg, Noble Indy, and Blended Citizen, as those horses have his blood. Another possibility is what I call the AP Indy Superfecta box. A little historical note. AP Indy won, who's a son of Seattle Slew and is a Grand Secretariat. He won his second race at Bay Meadows Racetrack in San Mateo. That's a racetrack that I grew up, and I used to go make bets before its closure in 2008. So if you feel that, okay, maybe for those people from the Bay Area, for this bet, if you think about doing, let's say, a AP Indy or a Superfecta box in tribute of him, you can think of there's 4 horses that have his blood, and actually there's only 4 horses in this race that have his blood. 2 of them are going to be like real long shots, but in the horses that have the AP Indy in his blood, that you could use for the AP Indy Superfecta box, which is they are Hofburg, Restoring Hope, Tenfold, and Noble Indy. Restoring Hope and Noble Indy are big long shots, but if you feel lucky, and maybe from a pedigree standpoint, you could think about using the AP Indy Superfecta box. Also in this race, there's also you have the pick 4, and also which is like the 4 races. That includes the Belmont Stakes, or you could do the pick 5, which is the race. In the pick 5 is it's like a one-time payout, $1 million payout. About 4 weeks ago, there was about a month ago actually, there was a lady from Texas who did the pick 5 for the Kentucky Derby. So she, which includes Kentucky Derby, so she won 5 consecutive races, the pick 5, and she ended up winning 1.2 million. So yeah, if you besides the Belmont Stakes, you could also bet other races, like as I said, with the pick 4, pick 5, but. Yeah, so this is just my handicapping for the Belmont Stakes. Last year Taprith won, and I'm hoping that another Tappert sired horse will win, which is Hofburg. So yeah, if you go to the Belmont Stakes, good luck. And in terms of racing standpoint, I think it's great to root for Justify to win the Triple Crown, but from a betting standpoint, if there are other horses that you feel that you need to make money off, I think that's the best way to go in a betting standpoint for this race. So I hope those who go to the racetrack today or a parimutuel facility, good luck with their bet today at the Belmont Stakes.